Hello there, how's your day? I'm Ame Gakita. Alright, you did not see the question for today random chat wrong. I mean, like, we have to ask ourselves one thing, is that should those people who send death threat be arrested? I mean, like, not gonna say they got to be charged, got to be sent to jail along the line, but the question is actually more towards like, should they be arrested? I mean, like, actually what got me into thinking about this question is that during one of my night chat, which was so happened to be my birthday night chat at the time, I come across this particular news on the in Japan crime news article. I'll put everything in the link below. But if for this particular one, if they take it down, don't blame me. But I'm just gonna show it to you guys. So apparently that in Japan, in Niigata, a 29 years old man in Niigata City, Niigata Prefecture, had been arrested for sending a message saying, "I'm going to take your head," to a man in his 20s. According to the police, the suspect, who is a part-time worker, used an app to send the threat to the man on his smartphone on Friday, local media reported. He also sent message threatening to hurt the reputation of the man's relative and damage their properties. Police traced the man through his smartphone but have not disclosed the relationship between him and the man he started with his message. So, to put everything in a nutshell, apparently someone just sent a death threat by message saying like, "I'm gonna kill you," along the line. And of course it is considered a crime because I mean, like, you are going to do a crime, you're just saying a death threat. But at the same time, the thing is, right, death threat, right, I mean, like, it's something that a lot of people have been asking, like, is it illegal? I mean, like, committing a crime is illegal, but if you're saying just like a threatening people or intimidate the other party, is that considered arrestable along the line, or is that considered illegal or should be punishable by law along the line? I mean, like, personally, I think it should be. I mean, like, if you guys go and search it up, like, if death threat considered illegal in some country, in Japan, if you're right, if death threat illegal in Japan, apparently it is such. As long as the statement indicating that "I will kill you" or writing that your life is over, that is considered a crime or intimidation, and that they can be arrested. Alright? So understanding that if you say that, "Oh, your whole whatsoever is going to be gone off the world," that is not considered a threat apparently. But if you go to the point of stating that, "Hey, I'm gonna kill you," that is considered a threat. Alright, so that is one thing that because the person got arrested, I mean, like, there is a lot of, so the thing is, right, a lot of things that a lot of people is not aware is that people tend to like not understanding that death threat or say threatening people is two different things. But if you're gonna threaten people by any mean, they has to be arrested. That's how it seems. I mean, like, even if you go and search out on Singapore, they can I mean, like, even death threat is still considered illegal in Singapore. I'm not sure about any other country, but I feel like at least in any form that if anyone send a death threat or any form of threatening, they should be immediately get arrested, no question asked. If there's evidence, especially like online or any media, social media whatsoever, and there is evident proof that they have sent the death threat, they should be arrested, no question asked. I mean, like, at least that's how I feel. At least for the America, they should have this law put out on their law. Especially like at the same time in South Korea, I think that they are implementing this law that if anyone send a death threat or trying to threaten anyone, they are trying to implement a stronger law. But the question is that will they go to the point of arresting those people who send those death threats in the first place? I said it in my live stream before that they should be arrested, they should be held accountable. They at the same time, I mean, like, in any form of death threat, they should be like, no matter what, they should answer, they should at least become accountable as well as to answer for why they send the death threat. I mean, like, the thing is, right, in the same live stream, I also highlight a few points that a lot of people do agree during my live stream, and at the same time, I think you guys can. I'm just gonna say that at the same time, and that's basically that if this law is like, if you send a death threat, you're gonna get arrested. If such a thing is put up as a law, as a legal law, it will help to discourage people from like doing such a thing. And what does that mean? I mean, like, if let's say for example, if one people send a death threat and no, he's not arrested, then obviously a lot of people will be like saying, oh, hey, he's not gonna get arrested. Hey, you know what? Let's all send death threat together at the same time. There's one thing that a lot of people is not aware that is happening in most of the world around, especially like in America, from how I look at it, is that one such case, anyone will know very, very well about the gamer issue, which I have not been touching lately because of I was trying to do proper research, but the news about it keep on powering up and up, so to the point that I couldn't talk too much about it. But the one thing I do know very, very well is that apparently someone put a bounty on someone just for the sake. And in a sense, the question would be like, is consider putting up a bounty considered a death threat? In a way, I would say yes. Because what you guys have to understand that this young lady, as much as I hate to say it, is that she had sent out a hit on someone else. And basically, it means that she is wanting someone to kill another person. And that is a threat, a death threat. You are going to ask the person to take a life of another person, and you're giving the person money, 30k, for the sake of taking one money. Again, I've been saying a lot of time that sometimes you may say that, oh, it's just a joke, but sometimes you won't be aware that sometimes you may not be aware is that sometimes some desperate people, or some of that 0.0000001% chance that out of 1 million subscribers you may have, that one person in your subscriber count may be that one person that who take up the list. And he or she may end up going around and kill someone else for it. And that is considered a very, very bad thing, because it became, and someone may end up dying because of it. So at the end of the day, the question we have to ask ourselves, like putting up a death threat or a death penalty along the line, is it arrestable? I personally feel like at this case, I know, like, yes, I'm talking about death threat, but the thing is, right, at the end of the day, like, even these young ladies should get arrested. I mean, like, no, I know some people will say, like, am I harsh along the line? I mean, like, if you think about it, again, if one people do it and no one get arrested or no one get punishment or penalized, I mean, like, even if she do get backlash along the line, the thing is, right, if she don't get accountability for her action and she don't apologize for it or whatsoever, then obviously there is, everyone will think that, oh, we can do it because we won't get arrested. All we need to do is just block our Twitter, block our YouTube, and no one will end up doing anything to us because the law can't do anything. We just send a death threat along the line. Like, again, that is just encouraging people from to do such a thing. Like, so the thing is, right, it's the same thing as I've been saying or Chinese word a lot of time. 一传十，十传百, which basically 1 spread to 10 and 10 spread to 100. And obviously we do not want that. Because the thing is that if one people send death threat, obviously other 10 people will say, hey, it's fine, let's do it. And then and additional more people do it, and at the end of the day, one person may end up receiving a lot of death threat because of it, and they won't, and all the other people who send the death threat won't get penalized, they won't get any accountability, they won't receive any consequences because of it. And it can be a very bad situation for the other party, for the victim in this case. And obviously, in any case, I know some people will be saying that, hey, some people deserve it, or some people send the death threat first along the line, I want to send it back along the line. I know that feeling of that some people do deserve some punishment or death threat or whatsoever, but sending death threat to them does not make you any better. That is just you serving your own justice. That's not basically the right way we should be going. So the thing is, right, if they do deserve the backlash, like let's say for example, some people, like this young lady, should she receive death threat herself? I mean, like, if she receives some death threat and she understands the consequences of putting a bounty on someone else, she should understand that sometimes what you say can have a very bad consequences, and you should be very careful about what you say. So the thing is, right, at the end of the day, she will also request for someone to be arrested because someone put death threat on her along the line, or death penalty along the line, and that is just basically the cycle won't end. the only way to stop the end of any death threat or death penalty along the line is that you do not do it. Because some people doing it, they should be arrested. By getting them arrested, other people along the line will notice that, hey, if I send a death threat, I will get arrested. Obviously, I do not want to send a death threat. So at the end of the day, you know what? I'm not going to send a death threat. So the thing is, right, a lot of people need to, especially in the government or legal law along the lines, they should have a decent understanding is that if someone sends a death threat, if you want people to stop sending death threat, arrest them. So that it will help to, when one get arrested or more people get arrested, it will help to decrease the number of crime that is related to death threat. I mean, like, a lot of people will say that, hey, Japan have low crime rate, Singapore have low crime rate. Is it death threat considered a bad thing in the country? I mean, like, if you send a death threat, you're gonna get arrested. If you send a death threat in Singapore, Japan or in Singapore, just basically you're gonna get arrested, no question asked. So the thing is, right, the question we have to draw a line is that when should they be arrested? Like, should they be penalized? I mean, like, should they be arrested, or is it that they have to be charged along the line? I mean, like, if they get arrested and they get jail for it, or get penalty or fine, or they have like a black mark along the line that they have committed a crime of sending a death threat in the past, that will prevent them from going to some country, because they some country will say that if you enter this country, have you committed a crime in your country in the past few years along the line. That is just basically telling the people to, like, you have to be very careful with the thing you say, with the thing you do. So at the end of the day, I personally feel that should those people be penalty with arrest for like sending death threat or death penalty along the line? I personally think it should be a law. I just don't understand, like, why do, like, American people don't go along the line, hell, you send a death threat, it's fine, you receive death threat, I receive death threat, we all receive death threat anyway. Like, basically people just think that death threat is alright. So the thing is that when one people do it, more people do it, and you became so normalized to the point that I mean, like, some other country will say, hey, that's a little bit too much, okay? So the question is that have you ever considered the feeling of the victim on the receiving end of the death threat? I mean, like, again, that back to the earlier point that I mentioned is that I know some people do deserve the death threat, or some people deserve the backlash along the line. I mean, like, some people are really so damn bad to the point that they should be deserving of it. But the thing is, right, sending them is not going to change them, and you are just being the bad guy in this case. I mean, like, you're just serving your own justice. You are not Batman. You're not like anti-hero or whatsoever. I mean, like, there's no such need for you to spend your time to do something like this. I mean, like, at the end of the day, you are just acting on your own emotion that is affecting you. And if, let's say, for example, like, you are saying death threat to a person that you hate so much because the person do deserve that death threat along, like, let's say, for example, Logan Paul, or maybe this young lady along the line for sending a bounty along the line. I mean, like, no, you should not go to the point of saying, like, they deserve it. I mean, like, they may deserve it, but it doesn't mean that you should be the one doing it. Let the police handle everything. I know some police in some other country is really F out, and the law sometimes protect those rich people along the line. Yes, I understand that law is not fair at all, but that does not mean that you should go and add on it. Because if you add on it, the same law that protect those people will end up attacking you, and you yourself may get arrested or get jailed along the line, or even get the death penalty depending on the country you are on. So the thing is, right, at the end of the day, like, we have to ask ourselves, like, is it worth it to send a death threat? No, it's not. But at the same time, I personally do feel that in order to discourage death threat or death penalty along the line, it should be a arrestable crime in any country. I talk about it in my live stream a lot already. Like, I keep repeating the same thing again and again. And if you really want, you can just go and search out on my on my live stream. And the moment once I talk about this particular news, I was like, yeah, I think it is a good thing, because there is sometimes, like, anyone who can just send death threat and they can add like anonymous along the line. I mean, like, some people do deserve get arrested for just sending death threat for no reason. I mean, like, if the other party do deserve it, it doesn't mean that you, at the end of the day, again I mentioned, it doesn't mean that you have to go and send it. Just report your case, let the police handle everything, and even if the police F out, at least let things handle everything along the line. I mean, like, sending death threat is just gonna end up you getting arrested yourself instead. So it is not worth it, and it's best to just move on with your life along the line. I mean, like, sending death threat is just basically wasting people's life. And I mean, like, imagine you're on the receiving end, you end up being paranoid to the point that you may think of doing something stupid, or even for some people they may end up taking their life. I mean, like, anyone who know very well about South Korea case, like, there is quite a few artists who receive death threat so much to the point that they end up taking their own life, even to the point that there is even a Japanese wrestler who end up taking her own life because of that threat. So if you want to know more about those kind of news, go and Google it up yourself and look at how bad death threat is. I mean, like, the thing that I will say is that those people who end up sending death threat and they don't get arrested. Let's say, for example, if you end up sending death threat to anyone else and the other person end up dying because of the death threat, not because of you taking their life, but they taking their own life because they couldn't bear the weight of the death threat, are you gonna be guilt written of it? The thing is, right, I seen a lot of people just say that, oh, she's just being stupid, or they are being stupid, or taking their own life. But the thing is, right, it's all because of one person saying the death threat. And at the end of the day, the question is like, is the person suicide due to being death threat, or is it that if they don't take their own life, if they don't have the death threat, will they continue living along the line? Who knows? But the question we have to ask ourselves is like, death threat can affect a victim in a so much negative point, to the point that it can get some people really thinking of doing something stupid. And at the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves, like, is it really worth it? I mean, like, if those people, I mean, like, I see a lot of people discussing about, oh, those people getting getting the death threat from those people, and now that they taking their life, and those people who send the death threat just living scot-free. And then you have to ask yourself, should they be arrested for the crime for indicating the person to take their own life? So the thing is, right, I know it's very, very bad of me to say something along the line, but the thing is, right, you have to think about it. Like, saying death threat is really, really bad. I mean, like, to some people will say, oh, some people can write it off. I mean, like, the thing is, right, some people can write it off, but not everyone is like that. I mean, like, if you think about yourself, if you are the one on the receiving end of the death threat, are you able to snap it off? Are you able to accept it? And what happens if not just one people sending it to you, but multiple people, and on a daily basis? You are going to get stressed out somehow, and you're going to break. Your mental is going to be so bad to the point that not even therapy can save your life. So the thing is, right, we have to ask ourselves, now we have to jump back to the first question I asked yourself, should death threat be arrestable? And the reason why I say yes, I think I really list out a lot of points that already kind of like prove my point. But then again, it's all my speculative thought, just my random thought, just my random chat. But then if you do have your own thought and your own idea, just write in the comment below and we can discuss it further. But till then, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat, and we will talk again at the next video or live stream. But till then, I hope you guys have a nice day or night. Bye!